Hi dear Tauruses, welcome to my YouTube channel, and in this video I'm going to talk about the transits for the month of October. This month is super important for you guys because we have two eclipses in October, and one of them is going to be in your sign, and that is exciting. So let's see. Normally I start by talking about the outer planet transits, but this month I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to start by talking about the sun first. So October, when we enter October, the sun is in Libra, and then towards the end of October the sun enters Scorpio. And when it comes to the moon, it changes signs every 2.5 days, so I'm not going to mention the moon signs. And then Mercury. Now on October 4th, Mercury is going to enter Libra for 18 days. If you guys remember, Mercury had spent an unusually long time in the sign of Virgo. It entered Virgo on July 28th, and because of the retrograde, it spent a long time in Virgo. And so on October 4th, it's going to finally enter Libra. It's in good shape. It's out of the shadow zone. It's on its maximum speed. It's gonna sprint through Libra. So all the Mercury related stuff is fine. There won't be much confusion. You won't get lost. You won't forget things, and this is good because if you remember during Mercury retrograde, the things were so frustrating. I kept forgetting things. I got lost so much. I even wasted money. Because of the confusion. I stayed at a hotel for 5 days when I could have taken a train from my place, and I didn't know that because Mercury retrograde was making me confused. So anyway, in October we're not gonna have those issues, and that is good news. And so, dear Tauruses, for you, Libra, that is your 6th house. So Mercury was in your 5th house of romance, fun, hobbies, and now it's going to enter this very analytical Virgo house. So even though Mercury is in Libra, but still it kind of keeps that its mercurial qualities because it's a very mercurial house. And so very analytical, very routine-oriented house, work house. Okay, so there might be a lot of mercurial activities going on in your job. Yeah, and what else? Venus, your ruling planet, is going to enter Virgo on October 8th. And this is good news because if you remember, Venus spent ages in the sign of Leo. It entered Leo in June, mid-June I believe, June 12th. And it spent 4 months in Leo, in your 4th house, because of the retrograde. And so on October 8th, it's going to enter Virgo, and that means Venus is out of the shadow zone. If you remember, Venus started going retrograde on the 28th degree of Leo, at the very end, almost at the very end of Leo. So when it enters Virgo, that means it's out of the shadow zone. So all of the karmic stuff associated with the Venus retrograde is over. So, and this is excellent news because in October, both of the eclipses, both solar and lunar eclipse, are Venus ruled. And you want Venus in good shape for those eclipses. If Venus was in bad shape in retrograde, we would get lots of karmic stuff. But this time, it's doing good, so it's great. And what else? On October 6th, we have the last quarter moon in Cancer. That marks the beginning of a week where not much happens because day by day the moon is becoming slower and slower until it disappears before the new moon. And so I would say days from October 6th until October 10th, take that time to recharge your batteries. Don't feel guilty if you don't feel like doing anything because naturally it's time to rest. Okay, and this is the calm before the storm, because and that storm is the eclipse, solar eclipse. So do recharge your batteries because the energy is going to be hectic. Eclipses are not necessarily bad, but it's just lots of stuff will be going on because everyone will be adjusting to the changes brought by the eclipses. So yeah, and next, on October 10th, Pluto turns direct on the 27th degree of Capricorn. For you, Capricorn is your ninth house, and so all the ninth house related matters, if it was slowed down since May, like late April, the good news is that it's finally gonna start moving forward. Um, and then well, Pluto is like an outer planet, and we don't feel it that much unless it makes an exact aspect. And so those Tauruses who were born around like 18th May, you guys are gonna feel the trine from Pluto because it's in fellow Earth sign. But for other Tauruses, it's just barely noticeable. The reason why I'm mentioning this is that when Pluto turns direct, that means only 4 planets will be retrograde. If you remember, in August, we had so many planets in retrograde. Like half of the solar system was retrograde. And 2 of them were like personal planets. Yeah, so we felt it in our daily life. But now in October, only 4 will be retrograde, and all of the inner planets, personal planets, are direct, so things should be fine. And what else? On October 12th, Mars is going to enter Scorpio until November 25th. And Tauruses, this is your 7th house. Things should get more exciting in relationships because wherever Mars is, it tends to activate that house, the themes of that house. So Mars rules Scorpio. It's like the second ruler, the traditional ruler of Scorpio. So it feels comfortable in your 7th house, like in Scorpio, and that means Tauruses, you might become more flirty, or like you might get more attention from from the opposite sex, I guess, because Mars is active. It makes the first move, or it can make you bolder. When Mars was transiting my opposite sign, like I was more flirty. Yeah, I was giving compliments and stuff. Like so, Mars can do that when it's in your opposite sign. What else? And finally, on October 14th, we have the new moon solar eclipse on the 21st degree of Libra. And this is awesome because eclipses bring changes. Wherever it is, like everyone has a Libra in some area of their life. So for you Tauruses, that is your 6th house. So 6th house, as I said, it's the house of service. It's the house of work, routine, our pets. What else? Our work. Okay, so something related to those matters, like yeah, you might break free from old habits in regards to those matters. Like so pets, like for some it might be that they had to put their pet to sleep, so to speak. Like I recently saw a Taurus on my Facebook. They had to put their dog to sleep because the dog was old. Yeah, so you get what I mean. It doesn't mean it's going to happen to all Tauruses. Please don't freak out. Yeah, for some it might mean that you might get a new pet because it's a new moon solar eclipse. Okay, it's just the fact that it's on the south node, and south node is like here. North node is where we're heading towards, while south node is our comfort zone, and it's like the area where our karma has accumulated. So karmic stuff might happen. Yeah, like so breaking free from old habits, as I said, like and if you do get a new pet, it might be like you karmically deserve that. Yeah, like maybe something about your job, like some of you might decide to quit because new moon solar eclipse and on the south node, it can make you do that. I'm gonna make a separate video for this eclipse, and please check that out, okay? Because I'm trying to keep this video short. I'm gonna give more details in that video, but for now I'm just gonna briefly mention. So do you remember what happened to you around October 14th in 2004? Because that's when we had this solar eclipse in Libra on the 21st degree. Okay, those of you who are old enough to remember, please do try to remember, because similar themes are going to be triggered, but the circumstances will be different. What else? Next, on October 22nd, Mercury is going to enter Scorpio until November 11th. Again, it's going to spend like 3 weeks, like 3 weeks in your relationship house in Scorpio. So Mercury is going to join Scorpio in your 7th house. Again, relationships activated, communication about relationship matters activated, because Mercury in your relationship house, Mercury is the planet of communication. And so when Mercury is in Scorpio, we don't like small talk. Yeah, we don't like being fake when Mercury is in Scorpio, because Scorpio is a very deep sign. So I would say it's a great time to have like deep conversations with your partner, discuss the things that you probably have been postponing. Okay, so this is a great time for that, and especially because this Mercury was close to the new moon solar eclipse in Libra, so it's going to bring that eclipse energy into your 7th house. Yeah, I would say it's a great time to have those important conversations. Yeah, I was going to say difficult, but I should say important. Okay. On October 23rd, the sun is going to enter Scorpio, so we are approaching that sun Mercury conjunction. Okay, and so the sun is going to enter your relationship area. So now you have Mercury, Mars, and Scorpio in your relationship house. So as you can see, relationships are becoming more and more prominent towards the end of October, and that month is going to end with a full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus in your sign. This is exciting because it's happening on the north node, and north node is new. Okay, like it's like unexplored area. Yeah, like new karmic rewards, new exciting things. And the thing about this lunar eclipse is that it's the last eclipse in Taurus Scorpio axis, and so this is like the culmination. Full moon lunar eclipses are culminations. So, and because it's a lunar eclipse, it's like 6 full moons in one. Okay, so it's very, very potent. It's very, very like powerful, and so some sort of like culmination, illumination. Okay, and so you can get karmic rewards, and that is exciting. Yeah, so all the things you've been working on, all the changes that you've been making in your life in the past year and a half, you're gonna get your karmic reward. And so this is great. And what else was I gonna say? So this is it for October, dear Tauruses. As I said, the month is gonna begin with the sun in Libra, but then towards the end of the month it's gonna enter your relationship house. So most of October is gonna be focused on your daily life, daily routine, how you take care of your health, your pets, your work matters. Okay, things might be busy at work, and then Venus is gonna enter Virgo, your 5th house. So romance, children, your hobbies are going to get the Venusian attention. And the thing about that Venus in Virgo, I forgot to mention, is that when Venus enters Virgo, it's going to make an opposition to Saturn in Pisces, because Saturn in Pisces is like in the early degrees of Pisces. Yeah, like it's in retrograde currently. So when they make an opposition, it might, I don't know, like you might have to spend money on like maybe health stuff, because Virgo is a very health related sign, and Saturn is like karmic stuff. So yeah, like paying for health services maybe. But for you, this is like your 5th house. So and the Saturn is in your 11th house. So maybe paying for children's stuff. I don't know, something related to children, paying for services provided to your children. Next, Pluto is going to turn direct. Pluto rules your 7th house of relationships. So if there have been like delays, like slowness in your relationship matters, it's going to start moving forward slowly but surely. Mars is going to enter your relationship house. As you can see, the energy in your relationship house starts building up. And then, yeah, so towards the end of the month, you're going to have 4 planets. Yeah, so wait. Mercury, Mars, mm, Sun, Moon. Yeah, so you'll have 4 planets in uh, your relationship house towards the end, and the good thing is we get that get those karmic rewards. Now let me briefly talk about the outer planets. So remember, Jupiter is in your sign, so the luck is on your side. And having this Jupiter in your sign during the full moon lunar eclipse, I think it's great. Yeah, you guys got lucky this time, okay? Because Jupiter, it tends to magnify wherever it is, like, so it's magnifying your self-confidence. It's giving you opportunities to expand, okay? Your worldview, like your whatever it is, like, okay, like, whatever you want, it's expanding. Jupiter is a very expansive energy. You also have Uranus in there. But thankfully, Uranus is far away from this lunar eclipse, so it's not gonna do any like Uranian pranks. Okay, it's not gonna pull pranks on you. And I mean, Uranus is Uranus, and you are feeling that Uranus energy. But thankfully, because it's far away, it's not gonna be like that much of a surprise. Okay, and so this is it, dear Tauruses. I hope you liked this video, and I hope you found this informative. And please remember that I'm going to make 2 separate videos for these eclipses, and please check them out. And I hope to see you guys in November. Thank you for watching.